What's up, good people?
We are back in full swing. Okay, tonight's video is about things people are scared about to talk about in a relationship. I can try to narrow down the title when I type in it because that's a long title. Things people are scared to talk about in relationships.
We're just going to do a random talk, relationship things.
Yeah. Use that.
Like that.
Uh-huh.
Really weird.
Uh-huh.
Just come up with something. Yes, something. All right. I'll go straight to the point. We have there's this thing that key to a happy relationship. Key to a happy relationship, something like that.
It could be anything. It have to be no key to
Anything
a
like
happy relationship.
Key to a happy
You just, first of all,
relationship.
in a relationship, the ones the two people trust each other and they know each other that good. It shouldn't matter what anybody else say out there.
Happiness and fight and
Anything that happen,
yeah,
as long as I
anything.
know what I about.
Yeah, and maybe some people might scare you guys in a relationship.
Oh.
The outsiders, like let's say you bite my ears. Let's say me and you are dating, right? You know, for those who don't know us, they will be like, oh, you get an African girl, you have a Caribbean man. Some people will be telling you, you see that young lady or that woman you have is there to spend your money, you know. On the other side, I myself, I'll be getting some talk or comment, people saying, you see that man you have outside there might impregnate you and maybe dump you sometimes, something like that.
People just nosy and they need to mind the business. That's how I see it. Honestly, not only in the BVI but all over the world, you have people who just speculate and say things that they think that they know when they don't know in reality.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, people can talk, people can say what they gotta say. At the end of the day, it's you and that person who live together or in a relationship that have to say, okay, this is what we are about. You know, because let's say for instance, I could like you, right? Love you. My mother don't like you. My mother can say all kind of thing. Oh, that girl again, you know, she African, she taking money, she come from a poor family, she come there, she do this, she do that, she do, you know. I don't have to listen to that. I could be like, well, I don't know nothing about my father way back then, but I could have probably tell you the same thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everybody have a good and a bad. The bad, if you have bad, you can grow. Eventually grow from that bad, whatever it is, that bad spot. Because you don't stay in the same area forever. So once you grow, and if you're in a good spot, you can just keep growing. That's how I see it. Work together. Yeah. And that's it. That's why it's called a relationship. Relate to each other.
Yeah. And to me, I also think like once you're a girl or a boy who is entering into a relationship, relationship is something that is not, what can I say, is not something that is easy at all, especially for those who are going in for money or just for the sake of, you know, I just want to get rid maybe of my previous relationship at broken, you know.
Yeah, more like a cover up.
More like yes, something like that. More like a cover up. Again, going into a relationship for your own benefit. Remember, here we have two parties. We have the female and we have the male. You understand?
She have the male and the female.
And the male and the female.
Why I have to be the female?
Yeah, something like that. Okay. According to my, is it experience? Can I say experience? Something like that.
Go ahead.
To me, I think relationship is about, okay, they normally say relationship is more of knowing each other.
Getting to know each other. You
could
never fully know somebody, because today, tomorrow, I could just do something out of the blue that you never expected, something that you never seen before. Because as I said, people have bad ways that they grew up from. They experience bad things and they're like, okay, well, I would never do that again. But then something could just trigger and be like, hey, me and you together right now, for instance, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I have exes, because you're my first girlfriend, everybody know that.
Mm-hmm.
And I could just be up like, hey, I ain't gonna call nobody name, I'm gonna just call a random name, but I can call Keisha and just see if she wanna hang out with me for the night,
Mm-hmm.
You don't work in the night, you don't work late. I can say, hey, mommy, me ain't coming home, I'm gonna stay uptown and wait for Sharon. You don't know that mommy, that I tell mommy I can stay uptown and wait. As far as you know, I got home. At time
but your mother knows somebody else know you in town waiting for me.
Yes. And I go pick up Keisha or whoever she name, and we go on a payback and we just chill, we watching movies, and something end up happening in the car. You never know. Right? You never know. I just saying.
Mm-hmm.
So you never know somebody's full intentions. So never watch somebody and be like, yeah, they would never. I did that and I almost stressed.
But I have a question, right?
I never thought that person would ever do something like that.
I have a question. How do you know like someone is like really serious with the relationship? Let's say for instance, you and me. Like, how did you really know that I'm serious having you?
When you pay for medical exams. That's when I noticed. I was like, okay, if you're willing to pay for the medical exams, all them running tests and stuff, well, might as well I not play the ass, because she's serious. Well, why not get serious, dude? That's how I saw our relationship in the beginning.
Yeah. And again, there's this something I wanted to add on, right? As a young teenage, can we call ourselves young adults, not teenage? Young adults, yeah. Sometimes when we engage ourselves in relationship, it's not easy at all. For the reason as to why I'm saying it's not easy at all. Let's say, for example, me and him did not grow up together. I grew up in Africa, Kenya. He grew up in the Caribbean. You understand? So this is one person who don't really know my behaviors or my characteristics.
Even though I always wanted to date an African girl.
But so this is two different parties, two different cultures. So sometimes you might have those who oppose and those who propose. Is it that? There are those who will be like, oh, in the Caribbean you can't last with a man. African women are these women, they come and take away your money. Once they are done with you, they are done with you completely. So you as the person, this party that is into this relationship, you don't get me wrong, remember you standing in the gap, you are in the middle, because you are those who are against your relationship and those who are supporting it.
Yeah.
So you as the party, Do you choose to listen to it or do you choose not to listen to it? What are you going to do in such a scenario as a party? You are this person who knows what you want in your relationship.
Facts.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You know what you really want in a relationship. Yes, most of us, I need love and I want someone who will make me happy.
Of course.
You understand? But am I going into the relationship to be happy myself? Remember, the other person also have to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
My other party have to be happy. You have to be like comfortable. You know, I know when I leave work, I have a woman somewhere. I know when I leave work, I have a man somewhere. Was I insecure something to?
Well, what you say is facts, but then some people, not everybody, some of these people around the world, some of them just get married to say they get married. Like but most men these days get married or have a girlfriend or a wife just to say that they have one. And then some of them shelf them. In other words, yeah, she's wife material. I can just leave. She's at home, you know. She always home. She like to clean. She to wash. You know, she always home. So I could just go out with the boys and just tell her she going out with the boys. She can be okay with it anyhow. And then he out there messing with other woman, and you just don't know. And to me,
but
it
that
don't make
means
no sense.
you don't trust a woman.
No,
when
that
you have
he don't love her. 'Cause if he had loved her in the beginning, he wouldn't even want to do that. Honestly, I used to want to go out, but then I wasn't even driving. But I mean,
you're like,
I didn't live that life, and I don't miss it. I guess because I didn't start.
But I think as a youth, you also have to go and maybe experience the
world. But you've been with us. You've been to the club, remember, and all that.
Yes,
stuff.
I've been to the club, but I've seen the way people, you know, and I'm like,
yeah, well, I just still watch them like that too. Like, you could do that.
I mean, I can't do it because I didn't grow up in it. I didn't grow in it. You understand?
Yeah.
My first time being in the club, I was like, Lord, why did you even bring me inside here? Just see the way them people misbehaving.
To me, it's a nice setting. It's just you have to be careful.
You have to be, yeah, that's true. And also, this is something I experienced personally, and I also want to share it with someone outside. I think we have some people outside here who are broken, those who are divorced, who divorced from before. And sometimes the same people try to discourage, especially those who are getting into a relationship or those who are getting into marriage.
Yeah.
I'm speaking from the experience. I've never been married before, but I've dated before. But according to my experience and from the people I have met before, because at some point, let's say the first time I met my boyfriend, I think I had to share it out with just a few people. But again, you realize like 95%, not even 95, can I say 60 or 50, were like, okay, that man good for you. You understand?
But you see, you remember, I wouldn't say I'm antisocial, but I don't mingle with a lot of friends, and that's for my own specific reasons. I mean, ain't really nothing to hide. It's just I like to be by myself.
To be by yourself.
And I could count my friends on my one hand, maybe two. It can't be no more than two hands, because drama follows you wherever you go. I don't like drama.
All right, back to my point. Yeah. So this is what I was saying. We have those who discourage you, and you know me as a young adult. Let's say yes, I need some people. I need some elderly people who have been there before to encourage me. But if the same people are the one discouraging me, you know, how do you expect me to be in a happy relationship?
That's why you have to play the best of both worlds.
To pray. But you know, what I used to do, right? Because there are those who tell you, yes, that man good for you, but when you turn your back, they're like, why getting to that man? Why, you should marry a man who will take you out. You should get a man who will carry you, blah, 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 blah. Remember, these are big people. I said before, I have to make him happy, and you also have to make me happy. What am I trying to say? Support. You understand? When I am down, he should be the one to make sure I'm happy, I'm comfortable. And when he's down, and maybe when I have it, I should be the one, making sure, oh, babe, you all right? Babe, did you, then do you have something, even if it is at $20, even if it is at $2 in your pocket? You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So you as a mature person, when you're getting into a relationship, you already have it in your mind. What do I really want into this relationship? Am I just going to fulfill my desire, or am I just going? Sometimes we enter into relationship with different purposes.
Yeah.
Because you might find, okay, maybe I am being lazy. I'm just there. But you find for example, maybe once I get into a relationship with him, he might be the one boosting me and telling me, babe, can you do this? Babe, there is something. Oh, hey. Or maybe I might be the one,
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
But on top of that, it's like, remember the first time we met, within the space of a week of us, I don't think we were dating yet, but we were just like talking, getting invited to the house, and we had to cook in the kitchen. I think I still have a picture. I'm not sure. But yeah, you mean you can start getting comfortable from the beginning. You understand? So get into the habit of cooking, because when it comes home, I want food.
You want food to eat.
I mean, who don't? I don't work 12 hours, so you know.
Have to make sure you eat.
Yeah, make sure.
Yeah.
When
So support.
food.
That's what I wanted to talk about. And again, we also we have internet seeing relationship people being happy, thinking that they don't fight, they don't do this.
Everybody fight, bro.
Everybody fights.
Everybody.
To me, I can say fighting in a relationship is something that is good to me, and also I'm speaking from my experience.
It's good because you get to hear a lot of things that don't really get said on a daily basis.
I can speak according to my experience on our first year, because we're making 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Come February, we'll be 3 years together.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember our first dating site was hard. I can't say hard. It was, what's the word you say?
Troublesome.
It was, no, for the first month was good, but after the first month, our relationship was...
You see, there is friendship, then courtship, then relationship, then marriage. That's how that go. I think where things start to get bad is
when we try to put friends in the relationship, and when you have again friends, you get different ideas. There are those friends who tell you opinions, just put opinions, they give you different opinions. There are those friends who, I think our relationship, we were at it came to a point that we were even calling it a quit. We were quitting.
Yeah, I was like, you know what?
And
back to what you're doing, I can go back to what you're doing.
Girls are all over, men are all over. But no, I don't think ours came to that point where you say that girls are... No, I don't think there's something. But one thing I remember, what I used to do, I don't know about him. Maybe when me and him get in our disagreement, I think sometimes I will go silent and maybe decide to talk, like on the next day we reconcile.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, we used to do that, but for him,
never go to sleep mad at your significant other.
But remember, we used not to be together. So,
Yeah,
and
that's
again,
why I used to want to try and talk it out before we sleep.
most of our fight used to come because, I didn't really know him because we wasn't really living together, like, The only time we could meet was not even once in a week, once in a month.
Only Fridays.
Fridays, and according to our busy schedule, sometimes we go even months. So, I don't get to know him. I don't get to know his ways. So that's making, we used to have a lot of differences.
I would say tension.
Tension?
Yeah.
You like tension? Why? This one
I had tension.
Yeah, tension.
But it's like, bro, I don't understand.
It's like you have a girl, and at the same time, it's like you are
like
not
there. Like, how your friend was single. I don't understand.
I know, right?
What's happening right now, but I ain't feeling it.
No, but to me, I think back then I used to be like, so and so will see me, and I'm like, well, what are they going to say about me? Because again, there's this thing: if you have a boyfriend, people will still talk. If you don't have, boy, they still talk.
Why you don't have a boyfriend?
Why you don't have a boyfriend? What's happening with you? What, something like blah blah blah, something like that. Yeah. So people don't really talk about how they fight or they argue. For us, we used to argue to a point whereby I argue with him and I block him, and I still expect him to call me.
That makes sense.
And he's on block.
Oh, that makes sense.
I used to block him.
Yeah, you could
Trust
tell.
me.
You could tell like a crazy people.
That's not craziness.
That is craziness.
Someone have
Ask
ever
anybody.
pissed you off,
Sure, that's craziness. But then, okay, block me, but don't expect me to call you.
I used to block him, and I still expect him to call me, look for me. Thank God he used to look for me everywhere.
I had my ways of getting to her.
He used to get his ways of getting to me. Call all different kind of people who are close to me. Try them all over. But to me, I think I was the problem back then because,
I'm glad you could see that.
Really?
It's actually, yes. It's actually a relief that you can see that.
I mean, okay, at some point I realized I was the one being on the wrong side.
Because I used to go to my mom, I'm like, Mommy, am I crazy?
No, because listen, this is what you don't understand. Remember, I come from Kenya.
That don't mean.
You from Caribbean,
Nothing. That don't
But we still don't know each other.
I don't mean nothing. You're supposed to be trying to get to
but
know
I
each
used
other.
to try to get to know you. But I used to have remember, I used to have people around, and I used to
you listen to too much people.
That was where my mind used to be. But later I came to realize this is me. This is my life.
Then nobody can check it for you.
Exactly. You understand? Sometimes when you're struggling, or maybe you are depressed, and let's say at some point you don't have someone to talk to. Sometimes having a boyfriend is good.
The pandemic proved that.
Exactly, pandemic proved that. To me, I can witness that. Pandemic proved that. That's when we used to. Who is your real boyfriend and who is your real girlfriend? To me, I can testify to that.
Yeah.
I can.
You see, for me, in the states of emergencies, I might not be like a man right now. I might just be like, I ain't able to do this. Me want to go walk. Me want. But in an emergency where like a hurricane or something happening, I'm the manliest man you could ever find and talk to.
That's pride.
But listen now, honestly, I would get up and I would do what I have to do in them kind of cases.
I think that's what made us strong. Cause
the pandemic
is what
really
made us strong. But still, in that pandemic, we still used to argue, fight.
Well, of course, that's part of.
But what I learned there, fighting a relationship makes people strong.
It does.
How? Because you see, the more we find ourselves in argument, that's how I'm going to get to know him better, know his characters, know his and also that's the same way you're getting to know me. Right?
Of course.
And again, there's prayers. I remember we used to argue. When he come to night time, sometimes I would call him.
Let's pray before we go sleep.
Call him. Let's pray before we go sleep.
That makes sense.
And he's upset, you know. I mean, prayer used to work though.
Like really?
I'm like, no, babe. Let us just pray and go sleep.
You can't me to pray before we go sleep.
We end in argument, but I will call him and tell him, boy, I know I wrong you. You wrong me. Let us pray.
Nah, it's only one wrong. It can't be two wrong. It can't be
but
wrong
sometimes.
No.
Yeah, so guys, what I was trying to say, being in a relationship, don't just go in a relationship for the sake of money, or because you have money, or because you have money. Remember, it's two parties, different genders. It's not same gender. You have to feel.
But anyways, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Based on how the world is going today,
exactly.
It can be the same gender. But you don't go into a relationship trying to get from somebody, from that other person. You don't go in, especially when you're brand new. You don't go in, like, okay, this is what you have, give me. This is what you're doing. I want some.
Yeah.
You know, but you don't know how I get it. I struggle to get
That's
it.
True.
Not because I might have a $5,000 in my bank account mean I have money. That don't mean I have a really big job. Because honestly, when I see your bank account, I thought you used to make money.
Millions. Not really. No, what I'm trying to say.
What this girl do? What is her job description?
No, what I'm trying to say is not about who have money and who don't have money. Relationship is all about helping one another. And if you are not sure, sometimes they normally say, don't always put your trust. But I normally say, once you are a prayer warrior, you believe in something. You know, I remember when we first argue, and at some point he couldn't pick my call. I tried calling somebody else, and you know, just trying to get to talk to him after our argument. You know, I will go like a day or something like that, then call you. Maybe the next day we try to
resolve.
I think up to date we still do that. I have my own ways, he have his own ways. We argue. Thank God for our mother.
We don't argue as much as we
don't argue as before, because right now I think we know each other.
We understand.
And we understand.
What do you call it? Love language.
Love language.
You understand her love language, I understand. So, okay, I may come home grumpy. She already like, okay, let me leave here alone. Probably hungry.
Let me shut up my mouth.
Bad day at work,
let me shut up my dumb mouth. Yeah, I mean, we used all to have different, because we Capricorns.
Well, that's true. That's another thing.
We Capricorns. So
we both Capricorns. That's our issue.
Yeah. But I think as time goes by, we've learned and we're trying to change. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
we're trying to change because we're not like before. And what I'm simply trying to say, right? Let us be there for one another. He's always there for me. At some point, I used to be there for him.
You still are.
And I still there for him.
So sometimes when you want kind of lunch, you carry it. I'll just drag down.
He used to be there for me. I used to be there for him. You understand? So that's how just relationship goes. Don't just go there. Okay, yes, you have money, but share with the little you have. Share. There's no. Let me tell you. Let me give you all a scenario. When pandemic happened, I used not to work, but I used to work there. Trust me. We were how many years together? 1.5 or 2.5? But I used to be there for me like a parent. I lacked nothing. Like, he used to make me, you know,
listen,
comfortable.
She couldn't say that
You
she
know,
didn't have.
I can't say I lacked
She
anything.
couldn't say
You
that she
used to
didn't
be
have.
there for me.
And there's 101 people in the BVI that could tell you that during the pandemic they didn't have.
But for me, I never lacked because I had someone. Not that I used to, hey, I know. This is one person who could be like, hey, did you eat? Hey, did you drink?
It's still to this day.
It still does it, but I'm just
It's
trying.
habit.
So if I wasn't there for you, you wouldn't be there for me.
Mm.
You understand? You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And again, what I was trying to say again, I remember when I first get into a relationship with you, I used to get, some people used to tell me, oh, you get into a, yes, both of us are working. Some people used to tell me, that man will eat your money, that man will make you pregnant and dump you. Okay, you know me myself, I know my man. So I can open my mouth, I can, okay, since he goes, okay, that one is now after I learned. After now I learned. Because before I used to, when I hear them, I used to be like, There's some point I used to tell him, when you walk on the road, let's pretend like we are not boyfriend and girlfriend. And he's like, what?
That makes sense. Well,
that makes sense.
It don't make no sense going
my
away.
My mind was filled with,
It didn't make no sense going away at that point.
Yeah, so at this point, when people now say about this and this, now this is me, I'm like, okay, I myself, I know who I am. I know,
Mm-hmm.
So this brings, this what I'm trying to say. Once you are in a relationship together with your partner, you know his weakness, you know where his strength comes from. You don't have to be going around and telling people more about how your relationship is. That's what I learned. Oh, if your man's, no, you don't have to go that. Let them people guess.
I learned the hard way.
Let them guess what type of person you are. Let them guess. Let them say he will dump you. Let them say he will use your money. You understand? People used to tell me that, People used to tell me that. I can't lie. And are the close people that I never expected to tell me that. But I'm like, this is one person who used not even to ask me for a cent.
You see, the thing is, right? The thing is, most of the people that are speaking like that do not know who I am.
No, they don't know more about, and they don't really know, because that is your business. You don't need to go and tell them, walk around to tell them. So I just trying to show you guys, it's not that we're imperfect. We are not perfect. You understand? This is just what we learn and our experience. Right now we live together. We know our bad ways, our good ways, So whatever people say outside, it don't really it used to bother me a lot, because I wasn't used to that talky chatty thing. It used to affect me a lot. But now once I came and learned and realized that, I used to come home and he could tell me, babe, those people are not feeding you.
Salah.
And he still tell me up to date, babe, you know who I am, you know the kind of person, the type of person you have. So outside there, those who are dating and those who are divorced and depressed, please stop discouraging other people's children.
Yeah, I understand.
Stop putting, if your marriage failed, yes, it is good to advise. I like being advised, but don't advise me while misleading me. I might just tell you, okay, so and so, that boy is just like this, but just be open-minded or just watch, just be on the go.
Yep.
So
everybody have to make their mistakes.
Everybody make mistakes. Yes, stuff happens. Sometimes people part ways. Sometimes, even. But again, never put mind of divorce thing, If them things happen before.
Divorce. Honestly, people don't really say this, but I can say divorce is of the devil. When you come to think about it, because God put a marriage together, a bond that can never be broken. Even if you guys marry, right, and you divorce, you still married to that person. Especially if it's a forced marriage, you still married to that person.
I didn't know.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't know. So when we get married,
Yeah.
I be the
You
first.
better
I better make sure
make sure this is what you want.
this is what I want. Because yes, I wanted someone who loved me and who love me the way I am, and just love me for whom I am. You understand? I also love you back the same way.
Yep. So I
Yeah.
mean, marriage ain't no joke. And I know we young,
We're young.
but I have seen.
We've learned, we've experienced,
I
we've
have
seen, and we're growing more every day. We get advices from our elders. Some of them give us good advice, some of them mislead us.
Exactly, but
And we don't really focus on that. Sometimes we'll just sit down and just discuss. You know what, babe, this is this. You know, how can we strengthen
before we sleep, we just lie down on the stop.
We just talk. We just talk. So, prayers, supporting, conversation. You should be reading Bible prayers, though we normally read Bible, but nowadays we do it in a blue moon. But before we used to do it like every day, and we used to have like a 4 a.m. morning prayers.
Yeah, it's been a while. But you see, I can't do that 4 in the morning thing.
4 in the morning, yeah.
How I do work, bro.
But it has been a while. We used to do. I think that's what kept, and that's what has been keeping our relationship strong. Because you know where we are on this island, most people believe relationships don't last, which for me, I don't believe so. You know, people are different. You know, you are not me, I'm not you. People are different. But once you accept your mistake, though sometimes I don't accept my mistake, you know. Sometimes I don't like correction.
Well, you'll hear it though.
Yeah. But this one is someone who will tell you point what blank plain.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Tell me what you got to say.
And something that also help a relationship, just try to be, that's what I learned, especially now that we are together. Just try to be open, speak your mind, and speak the truth. Be truthful to your partner. It may not be financially way, or maybe just speak what is happening to you.
It could be anything.
It could be anything. Since
it could be good, it could be bad, it could be anything.
I think that's what is helping our relationship. Because sometimes we fight. We're about to end this. Sometimes we fight. So I think, you know, when he comes from work, he will tell me how his day was, what happened. You understand?
And this is why you'll be frustrated. So don't harass me tonight.
Yeah.
Straight up, you gotta be honest.
Yeah. When I come from work, I will share with him how my day was. And also there is this thing called phone. Sometimes people just pick the phone and check up. But for me, I don't call.
Yeah, I don't do the calling.
You do the calling. It
Whether
does, because according to
on,
what I'm doing, I can be on the phone 24/7.
I could be busy.
Mm-hmm.
I would still try and slip in at 2 to 5 minutes and call me like, hey, just checking up, you know, I'm a little busy, but everything good? Yes, okay, alright, later. Simple as that.
Yeah, so before we wrap up the video, guys, just know that for those who are the young adults or the young teenagers who are looking forward to get into a relationship,
either getting into or already in,
just make sure you are in there for one another. Positive reason.
Nobody want no stress on them chest, because stress kills. No, honestly.
Yeah, that's true.
In this time of COVID and stuff, nobody need no extra baggage.
Yeah, make sure you support. You shouldn't go there because the other person have money you don't have, so you have. Even though the person have money, just make sure. Sometimes even surprise the person with a little socks, a little boxer, a little bra. even though they have money, just to spice up your relationship. Just you don't have to go $2,200, $2 million.
$2 million.
I mean, even a $5 thing, a $3 thing, you can buy the person cook lunch. You don't have to, just to spice up your relationship. I mean, we are not perfect, but just a little something.
Yep.
A little something.
They might act like they don't appreciate, but they can appreciate it.
Yeah.
Every little thing counts.
You don't have to do a big thing. Just try to be there. And also, if you know your girlfriend weak point and your boyfriend weak point, you don't have to be sharing out. Just try and talk it out with him in private. Just, correct the person in
Everybody
private.
has a weak point.
I know.
So
That's how we are growing together, and that's every day is a new day. We learn, we grow, we correct. Because for us, we experience. For us, we had it rough. Rough.
yeah, our first 2 years I would say was rough.
No, our first 1 year, and then the second year, Lord of mercy, it was hell and a half.
That's what happens when you don't live with your significant other.
But I think right now, because I can remember, babe, it's two different cultures.
Well, yes, and I did not know who you were.
Because
yes, we were talking.
Like when it's Czech in Americans.
Who is this person?
Babe, one thing you should know, Americans, what I have learned, Americans, you find that most of them, they are free with their parents, they are open with everything that is going on.
Not necessarily Americans, we're from the
islands, but you guys are like, American, UK, Caribbean, but for us in Africa, Lord of mercy, you cannot go in front of your mother. I don't know if nowadays they do it, but for me, it was kind of difficult. So I grew up in that secretive environment.
I understand.
Yeah. So I have learned, you just have to share with families, parents.
To me, speaking to your parents is one is an outlet. Two, because your parents understand you more than somebody who, who just come. Is an outlet. Two, they have experience. They already been where we are, so they could say, okay, well, I make that mistake before, so this is what can come, and don't fall for it. My mother could tell her straight up, I know my son. He can get vexed with you. He can stay quiet. He can until he starts to cry and then he want to hit your face. So when you see he crying, get out of the way.
Run away.
And I mean,
something I was forgetting. Parents, please. Parents, please. There's something I've witnessed. Not everybody are created the same.
Mm-hmm.
Some are not born into money. Some are born into it. So please, if the heart loves, the heart loves. You can tell your child, your son or your daughter, oh, that person can't help you, don't go after that person. Oh, that lady can't help you, is a whole,
well,
is something.
See, the only thing is, parents, they could do something like that, but only to a certain extent. For instance, if you know that this person is violent, for instance. Now, I don't know Sharon is violent, right?
Mm-hmm.
But people know that on a low, wherever she is, when I'm not there, she's violent. They would say, bye, watch yourself for that girl there, and when you're in around, she's a different person.
Yeah.
I could understand that, but then Now, it's for me to seek for myself. Sorry. It's for me to seek for myself and see, okay, babe, I gone to work, right? So I might just say, okay, let me swing back home because she probably think I gone to work. And I want to see how she react or what she do in her daily life with her knowing that I ain't around. She knows I'm not around, but I around. You know what I mean? So yeah, them is things you have. Well, I wouldn't say to do that because that's like snooping and spying and anti-privacy stuff. But if somebody warn you about something and you are what is skeptical, talk to God and deal and go ahead and do it. Because at the same time, remember you got to protect yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, if you feel like I'd be doing something wrong, Sharon, when you're not there, nothing wrong with snooping. Just say, hey,
I don't think I've ever
I snoop because I feel like this will be happening. So yeah,
I think for me, what helped me, especially when our relationship was almost dissolving, what helped me most was prayers. At some point, it could be wrong, but again, I will go and ask myself, what really. Sometimes you just find it's just a little thing that made us misunderstand one another. Just a little thing. Oh, maybe we're fighting. He didn't call me. Oh, why did he have to tell my friends this about me, about what we're planning to do? Certain things like that. But what really used to help me when now I decided, you know what, I ain't listening to people no more, is me who know what I want in my relationship. I know what I want for my future. I had to drop everything, including family, including friends. You know, lock yourself in a room. Just find a place. I used to pray, and sometimes I used to say, if that man is for me, I know we ain't married, but at some point, if that person is for me, I know God will keep him for me. And if I am for him, then God is going to keep us together. Because I remember it was worse. I mean, he's a good person, you know. He is, I can witness that. He's a good person. I'm not just saying it on camera, but, you know, sometimes you felt what really used to make us disagree. What really used to make us, I know you have your way, I have my ways. But sometimes you pray, you come together, you try to resolve it together. You understand? Because at the point I will tell him, babe, you know what? Let us pray. Let us just pray. Or sometimes when you go to sleep, I will let him, babe, can you pray? Sometimes we'll be like, you know, I'm tired. You pray. Or sometimes you tell him, pray. Oh, Jesus help, amen. Babe, didn't I just pray? Certain like, so that one you have to seek God help, and you know.
I always had a problem with praying because I feel like my prayer wasn't enough for somebody to hear. That's how I see. Because let's say if I pray to God about how I feel, you in your mind you have your opinions on what you already want to hear. You want to hear me say, thank God for the day, thank God for the food we eat, thank God for family. But me you say all that, I might just say, no, today I had a rough day, and I just want to thank you for allowing me to get through the day. And that's my prayer.
I used also to be
people
like that. No, people used to cut me off.
Oh, that's not enough. That's a prayer.
No, I used to get it like,
it is a prayer.
You see, like,
it is my prayer.
People used to tell me the same thing, like, okay, when I pray, somebody will tell you, man, so that's you singing, so you can sing. That already, you know, you just piss me off. It's like you killing.
Yeah.
You making it as if I cannot sing. Right. I cannot do it.
Right. So
you're making
like,
look
you know
like.
What? Don't ask me to pray.
Don't. I know, right?
Please.
So that's for. Honestly, I used to be like that. Even if you tell me come and pray, I'm shy. But when I go in the room, you know, at some point when somebody, I will say, so, you know, I think that what made me strong, especially in prayers, I think one day, no, there's somebody who tell me, You can't do it. I went and looked at myself in the mirror and I said, you know what? No, I can do it. Whatever you're doing, I can do it better than you. Yeah. Prayers, I mean, sometimes it's hard to pray in public, but you know, just you pray by practicing. You practice. You know, let's say like as an adult. Because sometimes, okay, for me, I used to believe, you know, my mother, after all, my mother is there, she will pray for me. And, you know, because some people normally say, oh, it's my mom's prayer that may. Sometimes your mother is not there for you. So I had to learn it on my own. When my mother is not there and, you know, I'm filled up with, you know, this and this stuff happening. How can I be able to stand up on my own? Crying is allowed, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you talk to when you talk to God, when you go down on your knee, you know, one thing I came to realize is only in God you cannot hide your tears. You cannot hide. You normally open up, you know. You just open up
God
yourself.
Is God. Remember, God is who owns you.
Yeah.
So of course you can.
Relationship is not easy, guys, especially when you're from different part of the world. Because, you know, those who don't know you will say all kind of stuff. And also those who know you, they will also say stuff against you. But not knowing, people grow, people change. Maybe it used to be worse when you were smart. When, maybe even before I met you.
I was bad.
You used to be bad.
I used to be in mental health.
And now what is making you change?
Like not in mental health. I used to go for therapy. That's how bad I was.
But now what made you change? What made you change?
You tell me anything I don't like.
The
house coming down.
You know, people change. The way I used to be smart is not the same way I am today. I am a different Sharon. He's a different TJ. You understand? Because it's like right now we're trying to prepare ourselves to be parents in the next future. You understand?
Time to get a license. Time
to get to this. You know, this. Your mother is not there for you. It's only you and you alone.
You know, try and build your future from now. Don't wait until the future comes and say you want to build after.
You'll build it after. Let us not also be depending on our parents. So, just take that one for today, guys. We were just trying to share out what makes our relationship or
things
to,
in a
relationship on a whole and our experience. So don't take it as a show off. Don't take it as a, you know, it's just something because we are the one who decided to put this YouTube outside there. So
tired people.
I see my man here is tired because
I worked today.
Honestly, I forced him to do the video today. Because we've been away.
I worked today
for a while, but it's like about a month. According to our schedule, guys, about a month. According to our schedule, yeah, sure. We have a busy schedule. So guys, work with us, but just try to learn something. We're just trying to share out our experience as young adults and upcoming. We still learning. We still not there like perfect couples or perfect. We are learning and we are growing together. We're trying our level best or our best level.
Our very best. I
our
don't know where
very
I get the level
best.
From, but okay.
We are trying our very best. You know, we are not trying to pick up from people. You know, sometimes to pick up from people, they only show you the outside, but the inside is worse. Our inside is worse too.
I don't watch people.
But we're trying just to correct.
Everybody's relationship is different.
It's different. So. We fight, we laugh, we play, we plait. I don't shave him. He plait my hair sometimes. He blow dries my hair. We tickle. We do all kind of stuff.
Yeah, we do.
Apart from just fighting and you know. We do all kind of stuff.
I think one of these days, I don't know, we might get the courage to do a daily vlog video.
Daily vlog video.
Where we just do stuff like
a regular
day. You're watching movies together, you know. You tickle.
Yeah, we just try to spice up our relationship, and that's how it should be. And also, that part of money wise, please, my fellow young women, young ladies, let us not chase this money. It will come maybe at a point, maybe this money is not able to provide for me what I want, and that one will cause a big trouble or problem in the relationship.
The love of money is the root of ALL, not some, all evil.
Not that he can't provide.
The love.
Not that he cannot provide for me.
The love of it is.
But just learn to be there. Encourage one another.
I mean, you need money to survive.
Exactly.
You need money. But when you love it to the point where you can just kill somebody to take their own money, it ain't worth it.
We are learning every day. We are learning, and we're trying also to correct our mistakes. So you also just do the same wherever you are. Try to support that man of yours. Try to support, even though he is working, even though she is working. Just try to do a little something. Babe, you know what?
Hey, put on some clothes.
Put on some clothes. We're going to watch movies today. Babe, you know what? Let me just save a little $2, 50 cents, a little penny. Let me go and buy some scatters.
Yeah.
Some
chicken and chips.
Chicken and chips. Just try to do something. It does,
I'm missing, man. Tomorrow is pity.
You don't have to wait, just try.
Don't even tell her you're booking a restaurant. Just book it and tell her, hey, be ready for 6 o'clock.
Because money is never enough. So that's what we're trying to do.
Once you walk in and money coming in, don't kill yourself over money.
Support your man, support your lady.
Don't kill yourself.
Lady, don't kill your man because you need manicure, pedicure. That man is also working hard, That man is trying very hard wherever. I used to stress him, I used to
stress him. Live with me.
I didn't live with him.
The kind of work I was doing.
So I used to stress him, If I just do wah, by tomorrow morning I have it. If I just do you just do, ouch, Lord, you have it. But I came to realize he's making me happy. What am I doing for him in return?
Well,
so just learn to be there for one another.
So she put my hand in my pocket. Anytime I had money in there,
I will have gone with that.
Alright,
go with that. So guys, we are going to leave you with that. I hope you all enjoyed that. Give me that now.
No.
I hope you all enjoyed our little story time. Basically, we're just telling you story, relationships. So I hope you all enjoyed our little talk. Until next time.
We might do more of these though.
Yeah.
Because it's really good to just sit down and talk to somebody who don't. You can even comment down below what you want us to talk about,
Yeah. What you want us to discuss about.
We've been together for 3 years and counting. We've been through some stuff.
We've been through a lot.
Telling you, I could talk more on the pandemic. The pandemic taught us
think
a lot.
Yeah, I think our next video. One day we are going to do a pandemic story, how we survived pandemic, guys.
That's actually long overdue. We were supposed to don't do that long time. But anyways. This video is an hour.
Boy, I love you all.
Deuces, Dandada.
Abojo. Babe. You just tell me abojo my backside. Bye.